Well, that was a cool entrance, and welcome to Wormholes, where everything's green because we have entered the wormhole from the Deep Space Nine quadrant and then entered out into the ether of other. Well, basically, we put me on to see cheesy Star
Stop.
Wars sci-fi
Stop.
movie. Oh,
Just
okay,
stop.
yeah, go
Just
ahead.
stop. Okay.
hmm
Yes, we're here. We're going to talk about things. How about that?
Okay, yes, we're gonna go from the world of Star Trek into something else. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be cheesy. It's a show that, well, let's see where we landed.
Crazy women drivers. So
Oh,
anyway,
no.
Captain Joe made let's just call it a tactical error.
I thought it was a good
He
idea.
he decided that I should choose the shows that we look forward to. So he was probably thinking it was going to be the Orville or Babylon 5 or even something like Andromeda or Hercules: The Legendary Journeys, but no, he put me in charge.
Yeah.
And so I naturally chose the first thing that any sane individual would choose. I chose a television series from the early 1980s called Benji, Zax, and the Alien Prince because I'm evil. Now this is not what Joe was expecting, I'm assuming, not what anybody was expecting, but if
Here
you
we are.
put me in charge of anything, you should expect the unexpected, which would make it expected.
I don't think so.
I got to do something about that.
I don't know. Well, when we were kicking the ball around talking about it and discussing this before, our a good buddy from Talking Tubi took a hike and gets made fun of by AI Arnold. We were talking about like Star Trek adjacent, and then I was like, it'd be funny if I give Jason the wheel and just let him be Jason. And I kind of am glad we did this because as I was putting it out that we're going to be doing the show, a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, I remember that," and I'm like, "I have no idea what this is." And I started watching Babylon 5 because it was like, he's probably going to pick Babylon 5 because I never got to like actually watch it. So I started watching Babylon 5, and then you were like, "Here's what we're watching," and I was like, "What? What is this?"
I'm looking at your head on a pike.
Yeah, totally. Well, let us talk about what WTF is this?
What the f is this?
Yes. So go ahead. What WTF is this?
So, those of you who were born after the 1980s probably do not know the name Benji. Benji was a worldwide phenomenon, quite simply the cutest and smartest dog that ever did live. He had this unique look. He was trained to do a lot of things. And y'all, every time this dog was on television or on the silver screen, hearts melted. He was the star of multi-million-dollar movies. Yes, actual movies. Movies like Benji and Benji the Hunted, where Benji, no joke, saves a bunch of predatory cat kittens. Like I think they were like mountain lions or something, but Benji saves them and like leads them to safety. But yes, everyone loved Benji and Benji loved everyone. And at the height of his career, they thought, you know what? Let's put Benji in a science fiction series. Let's team him up with a robot named Zax and the biggest, most annoying brat in the cosmos, an alien prince.
Yeah.
Every week, Benji Zax would join forces to try to keep the alien prince away from, I don't know, it was like General Zod and I don't know, I can't remember what their names were. Yeah. But these two. You will kneel before me.
You know what's funny? Because that was going to be my joke later, but you already nailed it. Yeah.
I ruin everything.
You got me.
Well, we should just call this show as just Jason Ruins Everything. Nobody's using that title, are they?
I am pretty sure
somebody is, but you know what? It's okay. He'll let me have it. But yes, that's it. We put a cute little dog in a very cheap science fiction series shot in Texas, by the way. I know it's hard to tell because this alien prince has a Texas accent. He literally comes out of the spaceship going, "Oh my gosh, look at this place around here. You see them cows over there? Oh my goodness, look at that. They're having themselves a cattle drive over there." This was shot in the famous Irving Las Colinas studios. I don't even know if those studios are still around anymore, but it was the studios here in Texas. If you look, all the license plates all say Texas on it, and I do think that at one point they actually just give up and say, "Yes, we're in Texas." Whatever. What do you do about it?
It was the 7th episode.
The Alien Prince in Texas. Yeehaw! They also shot RoboCop 3 there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. That's why in that movie, RoboCop's like, "Reach for the sky, Pilgrim." Directive number 4. Don't spit in the wind.
And you know what else gave it away that it was in Texas? Tumbleweeds. There was a ton of tumbleweeds just tumbling around. And I was like,
we call those.
Shoot this
They always pop up around December, and people will actually grab them and make them into Christmas tumbleweeds. They'll put lights around them and everything. It's just
for real.
Are
you messing with me?
I'm not messing with you. People actually do that.
Oh,
they will make snowmen out of tumbleweeds and call them, Texas snowmen.
Oh my God, I had no idea.
In a long time, maybe that's kind of fallen out of favor, but I kind of grew up in the middle of nowhere where there were a lot of tumbleweeds. So yeah, I mean, the people used to do that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to talk with my Texas accent from now on. Everybody thinks I'm making fun of them. This is actually the way I grew up talking right here.
Oh wow,
I know everybody. I got women swooning right now. Going, "Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness, Mr. Gaston!"
Men in the same thing. Hello. You know what? I don't blame any of you.
There you go.
I'm watching myself on the screen right now, going, "Oh, hey partner, how are you?"
Yeehaw. Well, let me tell you, I watched this thoroughly. I did. We're supposed to watch a gist of it, so we did the first, the last, and the middle episode.
Episode 1, 7, and 13, I believe. Correct. Those are the ones I watched.
Yes, those are the ones I watched. And the first episode was very cute. I get the premise, but that intro was so cheesy. It was like, is that the Spaceballs costumes, or did they inspire the Spaceballs costumes? Because it was like. And then the intro, the villain that we never see, you never see his face, you never see anything about him because he sends his goons after them.
Yes.
And, we showed you before, but the goons are these two guys. And, totally ripping off the remnants of the Superman 2 costumes.
Absolutely.
And like.
Kneel before me, Benji. Kneel. Heel, Benji. Heel before me.
Yeah, heel. That's a good boy, Benji. No, but Yubi was the prince. That was his name, right?
Yubi.
Yeah,
Yubi, the most annoying child I've ever seen on television.
So it's amazing that Benji got top tier billing in this, and like everybody gets smaller and smaller.
Okay, again, Benji
was huge,
a star.
Right. I get
the others were just there. They were there riding Benji's coattails or just his regular tail. Benji was the superstar on set. I believe Benji had his own trailer, his own entourage.
Sure.
The kid and the droid were just lucky to get, craft services.
Yeah. And there were sometimes when the droid looked really cool and you could tell that was like an animatronic thing that they were messing around with. And then sometimes it was just like awful. Like, yeah, they green screened the hell out of that. But the first episode dealt with Benji, the alien prince rather, assimilating into childhood. There in Texas, and they were playing baseball, and like it was kind of funny. We're like, "Oh, get newbie," and I'm like, "Oh, maybe that's the alien prince," and he'll like do something, and then like the alien prince comes later. It's like, "Oh, well, that fooled me, huh?" But I thoroughly enjoyed the first episode. It dealt with bullying back then, which was very not that bad as compared to now, I'm sure. No, I don't. Well. I do kind of have kids now.
I was gonna say I grew up in that era, and I can tell you it was pretty bad back then.
It was pretty bad back then. Okay,
yeah. Well, I really shouldn't have done that to people.
I was the nice kid.
We wouldn't have gotten along. No, I was not a bully. I was not. Good. That would have been wrong.
Yeah. But so he had this spaceship that didn't work. It kind of got stuck in the woods. This tree fell on it, and there was this amulet that he had.
Yes.
Huh?
I did enjoy how they didn't have the money to actually fell a real tree. So whenever the robot shot it. The camera just zoomed into the tree like it was falling towards them. And I'm just sitting there going, okay, I know this show is cheap, but who do you think you're fooling right now?
Yeah. There's a lot of shots.
Take like a little branch and shoot it up close and have it fall down. Okay, there's your tree.
Right. Would have worked better. Oh, and how about the pew-pews? Those laser...
Okay, first of all, I actually liked Zach's. I liked his design, but you can tell that somebody had watched Disney's The Black Hole.
Oh, wow.
You can tell because that is Vincent.
Yeah, that's Vincent for sure.
That's Vincent with E.T.'s neck.
Yeah,
that's what he is. But okay, let's be honest. This was a show made for little children.
Yeah.
Because of course it was, because it's Benji. I mean, you got Power Ranger type villains. You have, basically Rita Repulsa. You never see her face, and
Go down out to Earth and get the children.
The dog. I just love how the plot was nothing but a series of events that gave Benji the opportunity to do something he'd been trained to do.
Right.
And I don't know. I like that.
I do too, actually.
I liked that this was just a showcase of how talented Benji the dog was.
And Benji was super cute.
Benji was? Oh,
wasn't he cute?
He was. And you know what? There have been Benjis that have followed that Benji. And I'm sorry, I love dogs, but there was only one Benji, and Netflix, I don't know who you're trying to fool right now, but that is not Benji.
Ooh, shots fired.
Benji ascended to dog heaven, where I'm assuming he's in charge now because he is dog god or god dog. I don't know. If you're dyslexic, that makes sense either way.
Yeah.
But, oh yes, it
does. Works.
Are you talking about a dog? Just jumped in my lap. But yeah, she just threw me off. I can't remember what I was talking about. But yeah, it's Benji's show. It's Benji's show with a puppet and a kid. It is cute dog, robots, and wish fulfillment. Because who hasn't wanted to be an alien prince?
Yeah, and run around with a dog instead of doing
run around with Benji. I wanted to run around with Benji whenever I was a kid. I wanted Benji to come home with me.
Yeah, totally.
Like, Benji, come with me.
Yeah.
Go get me a coffee, Benji.
So the original Benji was Higgins, born in 1957, and he passed in 1975. So this was actually the second Benji.
Yes, this was Benjine or something like that.
Yep.
Benjine, yes.
But I just love this little story of Benji. He was in 1960, animal trainer Frank Inn found the dog at Burbank Animal Shelter as a puppy, and he believed it to be a miniature poodle, cocker spaniel, and schnauzer. So he was used in the Beverly Hillbillies, Petticoat Junction, Green Acres, and the
Did you just call it Petticoat Junction?
What is it?
Petticoat.
Petticoat
Junction. You shame me, sir.
I've never seen that. I have not seen that. I'm sorry.
If it was science fiction, I swear to God, that would be our next show.
The next show that we're doing.
That would be the next show.
Oh wow, Petticoat Junction, and he got to work with Eva Gavor and everything. He like landed it, and then Higgins made it to the big time when he got his own particular movie in the 70s, and then the craze was going, and then unfortunately he passed. So
the brightest stars burn fastest.
That's true. That's very true. I absolutely love this dog. I have a poodle mixed breed myself, and they are adorable.
Part
Mine's a little
poodle,
bit
part
meaner
Satan.
than
Yes.
What happened?
I said your dog is part poodle, part Satan.
Yeah, I don't have any of those clips.
Let me just put it to you this way: that dog knows what my hind end tastes like.
He was trying to guide you to bed.
No, he was trying to guide me to the balcony. I woke up in the middle of the night. That dog's face was in mine, going, "What you doing in my house, boy?" Excuse me. What you doing in my house, boy?
Oh man,
that's what he sounds like. By the way, he's got a southern accent. And I think he's a little racist.
Maybe.
We don't like your kind around here, boy.
So the seventh episode just kind of gives us an overall of the show. He meets two cowboys, and that's when they just said, "Yeah, we're in Texas.
We're in Texas.
Just forget it."
This is the Las Colinas set, by the way. This is the ghost town. You've probably seen it a million times and didn't even know it.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, that's hilarious. Basically, in this episode, these two scoundrels stumble upon Benji and in this ghost town, and essentially Benji goes back and finds the prince, and then they see that the prince has this amulet that's humongous, and they're like, "Hey, we can ransom this dude." And then for some reason, the A-Team van comes up, and they have to get away from these guys, and of course, the bad guys meet with these cowboys, and there's a whole lot of hilarity that goes on.
Well, yeah, the bad guys had like a futuristic van. They had it in that first issue, the first episode, because they were like, you know, perving on the kids on the field. Which, number one, call the police.
Yeah.
If there's a van with no windows looking at your kids playing baseball, call the police because the kid's about to go missing.
Yeah.
And yeah, the cowboy episode I actually really liked just because it had the evil Zax in it.
Yeah,
it's like that. It's like the black BB-8 from The Last Jedi, just kind of rolling around.
Yeah,
and I just love how Zax kept saying,
"Oh, I will never defeat him. He is a Model 10. I am a Model 1. I will not defeat him. He is too much. He is too powerful."
And then the ending is just basically, and he's dead.
Well, I mean, he did have an assist from Benji. Benji jumped on it, and
but
then
come on, if that thing was so good, it would, Benji would have jumped down. It would have been.
Yeah, exactly.
Dead Benji, dead Zax.
Yeah.
The alien prince would have stuck his head out. What's going on? Boom. Headshot.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was a cute episode.
It would have been a weird series finale. I will say that.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it should have been, because it doesn't end open-ended, because we did watch the last episode, but it didn't end with an ending. It was just kind of like ambiguous.
Well, it didn't really start with the beginning either, so I guess there's a cyclical nature to it.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But I just want to share this clip of Benji and the alien prince that I adore. It gives you the whole gist of everything that we're talking about.
I think we missed him. He must have left the road back there somewhere.
Yeah, so most of the show is actually Benji running around.
I just love that dog.
That dog is amazing. I want more Benji.
I forgot how much I loved Benji.
Yeah,
I did. I was honestly expecting just to clown on this show, but I ended up enjoying it.
Dude.
And not even ironically, I just enjoyed it just because it was what it set out to be. It was fun and silly and not too it didn't take itself seriously, and it was a vehicle for Benji to be Benji. And who could hate Benji? If you hate Benji, you're inhuman, or you're Teddy.
Yeah. But
Teddy would have bit Benji.
Yeah, Teddy. Well, no, Teddy would have. Well, depends on how much bigger Teddy would.
Teddy would have bit Benji.
If Teddy
just to do it.
If Teddy was smaller than Benji, yeah, he might go at him. But if not, then could be friends. You never know.
No, Teddy is incapable of having friends.
I find it ironic that Higgins, the dog Benji, written by, and produced by Joe Camp. This was also written, directed, and produced by Joe Camp.
Yes.
Joe Camp must have been really cool with that dog, man.
Oh, come on, it's Benji. How can you not be cool with Benji? You don't pick up Benji and just go, ew, no, gross. Throw it away.
Sure.
She keeps jumping up here. She's tired of me talking about a dog.
Oh,
go away.
Go away.
We're talking about Benji,
Zax, and the alien prince.
Yeah,
it was hilarious. He was supposedly cooking something, and he had those like little berries that he got. Mm-hmm. And I thought they were berries, but they were actually like something from his planet.
This is all I need to survive. I just eat one of these.
Then why are you always talking about how you're hungry?
You literally spent episode 7 going, hey, can I eat something? I don't have anything to eat.
And
except for these pills that give me all the nutrition that I need. And once shut up. I hate this.
Yeah, not a fan of it.
Nothing bad against the actor. My gosh, though, that kid, the alien prince, Yubi was bad character. Bad character. He got a little better towards the end, though. I will say that.
Yeah, right when they were canceling it, he's like, "Oh,
yeah, I'm turning over a new leaf." Canceled.
Oh,
how could you cancel Benji?
No. So Chris Burton played Prince Yubi.
Yes.
and he was in all 13 episodes. And apparently he was in other movies. He was also in The Real Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, where he played a schoolboy. And he was also in When Dreams Come True. Do you remember any of those? That's it.
Do not. I do not remember any of those.
Yeah, that's all he did.
Well, I hope that he's living a happy life nowadays.
Yeah. I'm sure he is. He got some of that. I mean, maybe he's getting a royalty right now.
Maybe. I mean, what, you know, if this video gets copyright claimed, he'll be getting a slice of it. So
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Good luck to you, kid.
Yeah.
Or should I say old man?
Yeah, he's older than us, so for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Benji. Hey, I reached down to pet him one time and he peed on my arm. Oh, wait, no, that was my grandma.
So this Benji, actually had the largest career of everybody on the show. He was in...
Yes, this is the Benji that I think about whenever I think about Benji. And I think about Benji a lot.
Yeah. So he lived from 1977 until 1992. So he also lived pretty long.
Long life, a deservedly long life. And I hope that he was spoiled and he got lots of puppy treats in his twilight years. And every Benji since has been a shadow of the great Benji.
Yeah. So Benji was in For the Love of Benji, Benji's Very Own Christmas Story, Oh Heavenly Dog, An Eye for an Eye, and this blew my mind. He was in Trading Places. Yeah. I couldn't believe
yes, that's the one where Benji said the F word and like showed her boobs.
Yeah. So he was in Trading Places, and then he did at the end of his career, he did Benji Sachs and the Alien Prince, and his final performance was in Benji the Haunted.
The Hunted.
Oh
my gosh. Yes. Put your glasses on.
I know. I don't know.
Benji the Hunted is a milestone of cinema.
Is it?
It is. Because I said it is.
Okay, well, I believe you. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed this cute foray into Benji and the Alien Prince. On a distant planet, a tyrant kills the king and imprisons the queen. The crown prince escapes to Earth with a droid, befriending a stray dog named Benji. That is the gist of the show.
That's it. Yeah, that's all you need to know. You can like literally leap into any episode knowing that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there was a lot of like strange random people that showed up. Like the butcher. Hey, dog, you want this bone here? Just so random. Like it was a lot of these random characters, like the pawn shop guy who just kind of looked like your Uncle Bert. You know,
the pull shark guy, the guy who came in that they basically like conned into playing against the kid. I could have sworn that was Conway Twitty at first, because I was just
he's a gentleman, Mr.
Conway Twitty. What's Conway Twitty doing? I'm here, darling, because I love me some Benji.
Yeah.
No. Hello, Benji. Nice to see
you.
It's been a long time.
Oh man! But
it was my cat off of the table. Oh my god, he's singing.
Yeah. Dara, the main villain, she was also in RoboCop movies. She was
filmed at the same place, so I don't see why not.
She was in all 3 RoboCop films, so that's
wow. Okay.
Yeah. She was RoboCop's wife, Murphy's wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she went from bad to good. It's a win. It's a win. And the cats destroyed your stuff.
The cats are destroying my room right now.
So. There you go. There you go.
That's what I get for talking about the bestest dog in the world.
Yeah. Where are you, human?
You will die now. You'll die screaming.
Yeah. I thought that, overall, this is though very cheesy, very low budget, very cute.
That's part of its charm, I think. I think the fact that it is so low budget and unassuming.
Yeah.
And you can tell it was basically, they were filming the show by the seat of their pants. And that is what gives it its charm.
Yeah.
This show has got this genuine charm that you just cannot deny.
No.
And I don't know. I kind of want to watch the other episodes now.
I think I will.
Like. Not I want to binge them or anything like that. No pun intended. But I do want to see it. I want to see what else, how else this show presented itself.
Yeah. I mean, it overall presents itself as one of the childhood classics that kind of gave you a lesson in life that you needed to follow and be a better person for following it. And that's what we loved about the 80s. They taught lessons that kind of hit at home and kind of helped us grow as individuals. And that's what's missing in a lot of TV. Reality TV doesn't give us any lessons. It just teaches us to backstab everybody every 5 minutes. It's awful stuff in reality TV.
It can be, yes.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would have wanted if let's say you got greenlit a script to a Benji and the Alien Prince movie? How would you make it happen today? Will we get the final confrontation between him and Darth Helm?
Darth Helm. Oh, if I was given the green light to do a Benji, Zax and the Alien Prince movie, boy, I honestly have no idea. It's honestly a question I would have never even considered. I would probably do something original with it. Definitely make Yubi a lot less annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Zax, I'd probably keep him, the same cute little robot, maybe give him a little CGI upgrade.
Yeah.
Find a Benji that looks like Benji at least.
Yeah.
I think that's my biggest problem with the later Benjis is that Benji had such a unique look, and none of the other dogs had that same look. And I'm not saying that they're bad dogs. They're not. There's no such thing as a bad dog except for Teddy.
Teddy's a good dog.
Yeah, he's a good dog if you. He's really good at biting people on the hind end for no reason.
He just wanted to make sure you were safe and you knew where to go to bed.
Yeah, he wanted to know. He wanted me to make sure. He wanted me to know something. Yeah, definitely.
Your bed's over here, buddy. Don't worry, I got you.
You have been marked. You are now my property.
You entered this door. You are mine.
Don't sleep with your mouth open. That was super dark. But yeah, I don't know. I just do something very simple, very kid friendly. Probably a movie that's wrapped up at the end and doesn't leave any room for a sequel. Yubi gets home and reunites with his mother, and oh hey, your dad's actually not dead. I don't know, something like that. Something like that.
The voice actor that did Zax has done a ton of stuff. He was in Borderlands.
He sounded familiar.
Yeah, he was in Borderlands. He was in Lupin the Third. He was in 7 Days to Die, Smite, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. Tons of stuff.
Oh, good. I'm glad he kept working.
He kept working. So there was hope for some of these cast members. But for me, if I was greenlit a Benji, Zax in the Alien Prince movie, I would definitely make sure that the Zax could translate the dog talk instead of it just barking. It would translate it kind of like "Look Who's Talking" type of thing.
No,
yo, that would be so fun. No. Oh, no. Benji,
I recently watched The Predator the other day, where they subtitled The Predator, and that was wrong. And directly translating Benji, where he go, "Brr, Zax, we should go in there." That is wrong. I vehemently disagree with you. Benji should not talk. There's only one TV dog that could get away with talking, and that's Boomer. Nobody knows who Boomer is anymore, and that makes me sad. Boomer was basically dollar store Benji.
Oh,
show called Here's Boomer.
We have Benji at home.
Pretty much. Yeah, there was a TV show called Here's Boomer, and it would just be this little cute dog who would go from town to town, and he'd get involved with somebody and help them through some kind of situation. Then he'd leave at the end, And when he comes into your life, he'll never be the same again.
It's Boomer.
And just when you think he's here for good, that's when he goes away.
Oh, wow. Well,
did anybody else remember Here's Boomer?
Am
I the only one? Was this a fever dream? Am I the only one who knows that this existed? Because in the second season, for absolutely no reason at all, Boomer started talking. And I think they did it after the fact. I think that they were just like, we got to do something. Let's ADR like Boomer some lines. And the only one I remember is during the credits, he's walking through a town and Boomer goes, "I got to get my eyes checked. I keep seeing yellow letters in front of me."
Oh, wow.
And I just thought, that is hilarious. The dog knows he's on a TV show.
Oh, wow. Now, I think that having Benji talk would be cute. Just communicating with the robot, if anything.
It was, though.
Right. That would just, modernize it. Yeah,
Benji says we need to go that way.
Right, but instead of having that,
I'm sorry, that way.
Instead of having that, just
oh, never mind. Benji says he needs to pee.
Yeah, but like just having that duality would be kind of cool, and have it being the same voice, like just like a conversation with itself. I think that would be fun. And then, the Superman 2 villains would fail at their mission, of course. And
Phantom Zone them.
Yeah. But I think
you will pay for this, Benji. You and your children will pay.
You will
look like a Phantom Zone, huh?
Yeah, you do. That's pretty cool. No, for sure. I think it would be fun if we got the big knockdown, drag out, pew pew fight, or like the crystal turns into a laser sword and they're like battling. Or maybe one has a shield, one has a sword, type of stuff. Come on.
Zax is damaged.
Oh.
He's dying. Benji walks up to him like,
Benji, I am dying. We have only one chance to save the alien prince. Do you trust me?
Benji kind of
good.
And then Benji in a mech suit.
Benji kills my testicles, Summer.
Oh wow.
Oh my God, Teddy is Snowball from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, there you go.
Where are my testicles, Joe?
That'll be next month.
I had testicles, and then they are gone.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Where are they, Joe? I think that would be fun. I think if you do just something outlandish, it could be a one and done, and we can close the book on Benji.
As long as they didn't make it like cringe humor, like something that Seth Rogen or somebody like that would do.
Yeah.
Because I could easily see this property turned into a 21 Jump Street type comedy, and it would be terrible. It's still got to be like wholesome, pure in a way. It's got to be innocent. So I don't know, maybe not mech suit Benji, but mech suit Benji like shooting Nerf guns or something.
Yeah, or like treats or something, or those little
dog treats.
Ruby Rex.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
So
I would love to see
Dog Avengers. Benji, Scooby-Doo, Boomer, Cujo,
Teddy.
World famous dogs in one team.
There you go.
Dog Avengers.
Air Bud.
Air Bud, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
There you go. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the first ever episode of Wormholes. I think this was a lot of fun. I appreciate you throwing me into the world of Benji, Zax, and the Alien Prince. You brought some good memories of Benji for me.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad to spread the gospel of Benji.
Yeah.
Our dog is an awesome dog.
We used to sing that at church. Not about dogs though. I can't wait for the next thing that you put me on to. Are we going to throw me into something cheesy again, or are we doing something?
No. I'm actually going to throw you something that I like.
Oh.
Are we going to announce it now, or are we going to wait? Let's announce it now.
Yeah, you announce.
Okay. Yeah. So, in celebration of wormholes everywhere, I've decided to venture back to the year 1995 for a science fiction series that was really good and then got a little worse and then got really bad and then got super duper bad and then came back to finish the worst show ever. But we're going to look at it back whenever it was really good. And that show stars Jerry O'Connell and John Rhys Davies.
Oh, I know
what I'm talking about, don't you?
Sliders.
Sliders.
Oh, I used to like that show.
I love Sliders until I didn't. But you know what? I went through every single episode because I thought, you know what? This next episode, they'll bring it back to where it was. Okay, the episode next, they'll bring it back to where it was. Oh, they're doing a Species ripoff.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Maybe the next episode, they just did Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, man.
Well, maybe the next episode, okay, half the cast is missing. Who are these people?
Sliders. WTF for these people. Sliders.
Yeah, that was all respect to Cleavon Derricks, who played Rembrandt Crying Man Brown. All respect to him. I love the man more than I love most of my relatives.
Oh, wow.
But that last season where he was the only cast member left just was wrong. It was wrong. He was Rembrandt was not supposed to be the star of the show. It just wasn't supposed to happen. And I apologize, Cleavon. I love you. I really do. I have such a soft spot for you and Sabrina Lloyd and John Rhys Davis and Jerry O'Connell. But no, they should have really stopped at 4.
Wow.
5 seasons was too much.
And John Rhys Davis is like 7 feet tall, so it's still.
Oh yeah. I just loved his character on there, Professor Maximilian Arturo. You blithering idiot! But yes, I say that we look at the pilot episode, which is actually a 90-minute movie.
Oh.
And maybe 1 or 2 other episodes if you're feeling saucy. I got a couple in mind. So yeah, let's discuss.
All right, let's discuss wormholes next time. It's going to be a blast. We're sliding into sliders. We're going to go into that wormhole right into sliders. It's going to be so much fun.
What was that?
It was the wormhole.
Don't do that again. There are kids watching.
Sorry, kids.
Perv.
They were like, I want to see the dog. Why is the man doing that? There you go, kids. It'll clear it up for everybody.
Benji versus Teddy. Who would win? Teddy would fight dirty.
Yeah, Teddy would fight dirty. Get under those ankles.
Basically, they'd be growling at each other. Teddy would take out a gun. Teddy, I thought you would fight with honor. You are wrong.
Don't forget to vote for Teddy for America's favorite dog. Maybe Teddy
or he will destroy you.
Yeah, exactly.
He will bite America in the hindquarters.
Yeah, right. The hindquarters.
I think that's what, Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might be an improvement. All right. Thanks so much.
If you're from Florida and you took offense at that, it was totally intended.
Okay, there you go. All right. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. We really appreciate it. Please do follow us on all of our socials. We're on Facebook. You can follow Jason on TikTok, Instagram, us on all these places, or Blue Sky, Threads, and of course YouTube. And if you would be so generous, I'm gonna have to edit.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, I got this.
You got it.
And if you would be so generous, please like, subscribe, and share our channel to your friends to help us grow. Until next time, I'm Joe Dove. That was Jason Roy Gaston, and he put me on to Benji, Zax, and the Alien Prince in Wormhole.